husband. Dnisha is a
hello, everybody.
And she's
good evening.
A 13-year-old son who's got the same name.
I decided to prepare a feast. Hi, Angela Atkinson. Good evening. Can you see me, Angela? How are you? Can you hear me okay? Let's see. So it's Tamara leaves, and Wayne says, good evening. On the broadcast, on the podcast. Angela, I decided to make a big spread for us tonight because I'm in a great mood. Angela, I am looking for a comment for Dolly, and I can't find one. I know I have plenty. Let's see. Where is she? Dolly. Angela, what's going on? Is there something live going on tonight that I didn't hear about? Well, this food looks delicious. I'm just waiting. Am I early, Angela? Eklund, good evening. How are you? Whoa, here I go hitting the camera. Hi, Eklund. Good night, Nonya and Buttercups in chat. How are you doing, Eklund? Did you have a good day? Look at the spread I made for you. I cooked all of this food. You're doing well. I'm glad. And it's Monday. Yeah. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Angela Atkinson. I know you're at work. Eklund, did you have any skits you liked today? The skits were kind of boring to me today. It does look great, doesn't it? I just asked the software to generate wine and cheese, and this is what it came back to. But it does look delicious. It's like, oh my goodness, makes me want to eat. You thought the skits were good? I didn't get to watch very many. What did you watch? What did you watch, Eklund? I'm trying to catch up with Mike and Dom, but there's so much going on in there. Is it worth it? The Wayne and Tamara and Amber. I just did one video on them. I was working on some other stuff today, but I did do the one where Tamara resigned or is going to resign. So I did do that one. I did Lauren and Amber in the bathroom, but I need to redo it. So I started that. Good evening, Artie. How are you? Good evening. And how was your day? I was just asking Eklund which skit she enjoyed today. I made food for you, Artie. It's good. I saw that the mom is there. When I can catch my breath, I'm going to go play catch up. I did see it when they went back to Chicago. So I know about the antifreeze with the boyfriend. Oh, and I need to put the video back out there with the music. I was doing like a million things today on this channel. So I better make myself a note to put the music back. Make myself a note. I didn't know there was so much that could be done, like on a channel. And to make sure it looks good. Hi, Terrain. Welcome in. Hi, Nature. Welcome in. I decided to have a feast prepared for you all today, so nobody will get hungry. I didn't know it was going to give us that much food. Dolly, hi. Dolly, your wrench didn't come back. I wonder why. I added your wrench back, Dolly, but I don't see it. Dolly, hold on. You guys give me just a minute. I did add your wrench back, Dolly. I don't know where it is. I have to have a comment, and I did make a change. Can you guys give me a second while everybody comes in? That food looks delicious. It really does. It looks like a great party. I just watched the skit with Anthony and Dnisha out of curiosity, where she talked about Kai's birth father. Now, I didn't see that. That came on today. Uh-oh. Did I just lose my light? No. I need a new piece of paper. Nature, I had no idea how many notes I was going to be taking. So there is that a new skit, Nature? So it's Dnisha and Anthony. I only did one today. And I'm not supposed to say this. I'm planning a surprise addition to our wine. And that's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a surprise. Or is this the one that came on Friday? Is that the one on Friday? Let's see. Yes, you have a feast, Angela. You guys, I'll be right back. I need to go and check on Dolly's wrench because I said it, but it didn't come on. I'll be right back. Can you guys welcome everybody in? And I'll be right back. And I forgot to put the music on. I've been doing like 500 things today. I didn't even take no nap, no nothing. Just busy, busy, busy. And I'll be right back. Okay? Can you welcome everybody in, please? Moderators, everybody. Please, please. And I'll be right back. Hold on. Dolly, I needed a comment from you. I found one and I used it, but it didn't turn your wrench blue. So I need you to comment on something and let me know what you commented on so I can adjust your wrench. Because you are a moderator, it should be blue. I'm not sure why it went off. It happens sometimes. But I did find a comment and I reset the wrench, but it didn't. I wonder what happens if I reset. I wonder if that'll work. If I reset and I lose you guys, I'm coming back, so please come back. Hold on. Oh, no. No, we don't want to do that. It says it might not be saved. So I need a comment from you, Dolly. And we have so many places where we make comments. So, Dolly, if you remember, can you, no, you can't do it now. I've got to find a comment for you, Dolly, so I can make an adjustment. And Nature says, I just watched the skit of Ant. So that's the one that was from Friday, correct? Let me move this out of the way. Eklund said she had a good time watching the podcast. Tyrane, what did you watch today? Yes, we are going to have a feast tonight. Do we have any vegan people in here, or everybody just eats, regular stuff? I know, Nature, you're a healthy person. Oh, those are breadsticks. That looks good, though. It really does for a dinner party hors d'oeuvre setting. Dolly, good night. Yes, Nature, I'm hoping it's not Dave. Who? Denisha's baby daddy? Why, you think it might be Dave? I guess they didn't ask that question. Is that Dave's baby? I hope it's not, because that'd be tacky. That would be very tacky. I know they pulled that out of the atmosphere, but he's never mentioned a child. And who knows, though? This is SKIT land. Good evening, Juanita. How are you? Juanita says, good evening, Nonya and chat family. Appetizers look divine and delicious. And the assorted wine, I didn't know it was going to make this big of a spread. I just asked for wine and cheese. But that kind of reminds me of like our Napa wineries. When you ask for hors d'oeuvres with wine, they give you like so much food, but it really does the good. Does it make me want to host a party? Nah, but it does the good. It really is beautiful setting. Yeah. Dolly, did you hear my comment, Dolly, for you? I need you to make a comment that I can find. I did find one to reset your wrench, but it didn't turn your wrench blue, so I'm not sure why. So maybe, can you post something in studio? Just something with your name on it, a heart, anything. That's the easiest way for me to find it. That's the latest skit. Okay, well, you know what? I did do 3 on Friday with just a piece of video. And when I tried to erase it, I don't know if YouTube doesn't want you to erase footage, because there are like 3 layers to footage. So you erase one, the picture is still there. It takes 2 hours the first time around. Then you've got to delete it again. And it's another 2 hours. And it could be this much video. Why it's so bad, I have no idea. So, I'm done with trying to erase the video because it takes all day. Then I forget about it. Then I end up deleting a video. But it just dropped. So why don't we talk about that one to start when more people come in? Please hit the like button, everybody. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button, if you will. And I need to add music back to that video. It has been a day. How was work? How was work for everybody? So I need to add the music back, and I need to do Dolly. Dolly, please make a comment, okay? Because I can't change your wrench without it. Except I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. No, I did. And it didn't change. And I am going to say, I won't tell you what it is, but hopefully I'll have a surprise for everybody. No money, no, not that. I wish. But hopefully I have a nice surprise that you guys will like. And that's all I'm going to say because I can't keep my big mouth shut. And then Gwen says, please like, share, and subscribe to NONYASISCHAT. It is free. And I am over 3,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So thank you so much for that. And same here, Nature. And Nature says, hi, Gwen, Eklund, Dolly. I'm just waiting for people to come in. Do we have a count yet? Is there something else going on? Is O'Neill on or somebody else? I don't check anymore to see. But please do hit the like button. Even if you're just watching from the outside, just hit the like button. There's One Journey. Hi, One Journey. I had a secret. I didn't tell them what it was, but I did say I had a secret. I couldn't help it. But because I love these people, they're awesome. And then Nature said, welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining Nonya's Wind Down. Thank you, Nature. She prepared a feast for us to enjoy and relax for our evening, night, depending where you are at the moment. One Journey, I made a feast for today. Poof, I'm magic. It does look so good, though. It does remind me of the wineries we have here. One is the Napa Valley Winery. And that would cost a fortune right there, but it is beautiful. Dolly, are you hearing me, darling? Dolly, are you hearing me? No? Maybe Dolly's busy. I just watched Dee pick DC and Rosie up from the hotel, and Dee set Rosie straight. Okay. Is she still in her feelings about her airline trip? I try to at least watch, one skit per day, but today was a busy day. Dolly, please give me a comment. If you'll put it in the studio, it will be easier for me to find the comment. I need to adjust your wrench because it disappeared. Okay. Cheese snack. Yeah, I kind of figured that, One Journey. So no, you cannot have that. You can have some crackers and some grapes. Oh, I don't know. What about grapes? Everything they say, it's Dave. Hi, Betty Bush. Welcome in. I just ignore the noise. If that's his baby, she never told us. So unless Dave goes to strip joints. Betty Bush, good evening, darling. Everyone on my phone. It's been a busy day, One Journey. Nature said it's the only one from today on Dnisha and Anthony. Oh, you're vegetarian? I know you eat healthy, so I wasn't sure. But there are some grapes. Do you eat bread? My daughter's a pescatarian, but she definitely eats vegan food and pescatarian food. But, and she's been doing it for a few years now. Even her husband is now, unless he decides he wants a burger one day, then he gets a chicken sandwich. But he's there for the ride. Good evening, Angela. At One Journey, did you want to come up and join me today? Or are you resting? Hi, Michelle B. I have missed you. How are you? Denisha's son would have more color if that was Dave's son, probably. I don't know. They just pick up things and throw them in the air to see what sticks. I laughed at Dee picking up DC and Rosie at the hotel. It's really hard. I'm trying to keep up with the skits, but like even the Mike skit, it's so long. And I don't want to lose sight of it, but I need to have like, you know, 2 hours or something to read it and digest it. I haven't seen since they were in Chicago. So I am trying to keep up. Nature says, I guess the conversation has been out there that Dnisha may have. Why did they just pick Dave? I was telling Eklund, I hope it's not. Where did they get Dave from? Just because he's a stranger? Is that what it is? Because he's a stranger? Nonya, it better not be because she said he was abusive. She came from Miami, though, right? I don't know. The made up stories, when they show me some data, then I'll believe it. It's just too much that they make up and throw out there to see what sticks. And I think that, you know, I mean, maybe people have fun doing that. Maybe. So, like I say, do you, boo? I hope not, because I would be disappointed because Denisha mentioned that her son's father abused her. I don't know, Dave. If he were going to abuse somebody, I mean, when he was angry with Melissa, he just gave her the power move and turned his back and walked away. But I can't see them. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. They just came out of Miami from nowhere. They know the Jamaicans in Miami. He's a cute little boy. He actually resembles Anthony's little boy, but Anthony's little boy is like 7, maybe 8. Artie, I hope not, because I would be disappointed. I'm not, I'm not buying into their theories because, I mean, unless you have something to stand on, why make guesses like that? It upsets people. I mean, it maybe not upsets you, but it's kind of triggering. And that's why I stay away from people who just make up stuff. I mean, if we saw anything, then I would definitely be looking. And I thought, let's see, Nature says, I hope in the skit that Dave has no children, so he stays with Amber and creates his own family. Created King David. I mean, he was just, and it was interesting because he was just telling Amber she can have a kid, she can have her house, whatever she wants, he'll give it to her. So we don't need another messed up Anthony. We really don't need another person like Anthony in that girl's life. Let that woman have some peace. I know they're going to do something to mess up Dave, but let that not be it, you know? And then the lady said, oh, he's scamming Amber out of her money. You know, they don't see these. Where do they come from? Okay, Denise, good evening. Good evening. How are you? Hi, Nonya. Hi, Chatter family. Hi, Artie. Hi, Eklund. If I said your name already, I'm just reading down the list. Please hit the like button, everybody. Please hit the like button. And let me see what's going on out there. I did get a congratulations, but okay, I just pressed your comment again, Dolly. So let's see if that works. Okay, Eklund. Yes, please do hit the like button. I want to see Amber win. She's due for a win. It's tiring. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dolly. Hey, Denise. Thank you for joining us today. Hi, Keisha. How are you? How's Monday? Monday doing okay for everybody? I hope so. I hated Mondays going to work. Oh, I think most people do. But I don't like Mondays. Oh, thank you, Denise. Yes, I'm what is it? 1,100,000 something thousand, and it just keeps going. I didn't do anything. I think it might be the angle of my camera that captured the picture. Maybe that's what people picked up on. Congratulations on yeah, they grew by, I picked up 1,000 subscribers. And again, as long as people are polite, I don't care if you're Team Amber, if you're Team Shayla. I won't say anything if you're Team Anthony. I just ask people to be respectful, team neutral. We just want people to be respectful. Dolly says, it looks like we're at a winery. We have one winery that does this kind of presentation, and it was $600. But that's actually probably cheap, inexpensive. It's in Napa. We have a lot of wineries in California, a lot of them, but they're beautiful. I don't go out to the wine area because they're, wasp or whatever. Oh, super congratulations. I just saw your messages because I was gone out and about and just doing things. Dolly, yes, it does look like we're at a winery. Thank you, Artie. Artie says, congratulations. Glass of wine and pass the grapes. I wish I could. That would be so dope, right? That would be so cool. So I have a question. Hi, Steffi Mack. You're early. What's going on, love? How you doing, Steph? Everybody's saying hello, Steffi. Anthony asked Dnisha about her father, her child's father. And I don't know where they got it. Might be Dave's, but let's just hope that's not it. You've been a vegetarian nature for a few years. It's hard sometimes. I think that's why my daughter chose to be a pescatarian. She loves seafood, and she wasn't going to give up her seafood. So, but the rest of it is vegan, and she knows how to cook. I mean, they know how to cook vegan food. And you're a vegetarian. Maybe I should be a vegetarian. I'd get skinny. Maybe I go back down to a size 10. Not that it really matters at this point. Artie says, Tamara has a lot of growing up to do, but I really felt bad for her today. I did too. I actually felt bad for Tamara. Wayne love bombed the heck out of her, and she cannot handle the breakup. And it makes sense. Dolly, will you do me a favor? Can you go out of the chat and come back in, please? Let's see if your wrench changes back. Can you go out, Dolly, and come back in? But Artie, I agree. I felt bad for her. I don't like her living with Shayla. I don't like her hanging out with Shayla. She is getting some shades of Shayla on her, but she's not bad. She's more green than Honeypot was. But her dad did tell her, baby girl, you were a transaction. Tamara doesn't understand that stuff, And even though her dad was right, he was like literally barking at her. You don't want to be barked at when you just had a breakup. I thought the message was good, but the delivery, kids shut down after, 12 seconds? Nature, do you remember? However long it is, children shut their parents out. They hear it and then they don't hear anymore. And I learned that, so I stopped. When I'd be fussing at my kids, then I remember. You can stop fussing now because they're not listening anymore. They just stop fussing. Hi, Juanita. Welcome in. And then DC booked a hotel on Turo that wasn't up to standard. Well, he couldn't get that first class seat for her either. And we don't know anything about Dave. Sometimes people's made up things because they don't want Amber to be happy. And that was partly why I did the story on baby David, because as much as she's been through, I think people have forgotten. I don't think they remember, because some of the creators have a tendency to just focus on a snapshot. They don't, nobody keeps it in mind. And they really have no idea what we go through as women. I mean, some guys do, you know, some guys really do, but they just throw stuff out there. I know these are skits, but sometimes we need to look at humanity. But again, so I think that what I'm going to do also, I'm going to add, not change, from tea time or tea with me and the wind down. I'm just going to add, what did I put? I think I made it real talk versus skit talk, or skit life, something like that. I wrote it on this piece of paper. It's on here with 500 other things, because I think we need to, I mean, would we do that? I mean, if you would, you don't have to tell us, but you know me, I'm always, well, I'm sure not going to do that. But if you see something, that they do say something like D, not D, well, even D, sitting there playing with all those women's hearts, and I hate to see him play with Erica's heart, because I don't want to see them not be friends anymore. So there are just certain things that people see. Amber did ask Dave why he didn't get married. I forgot what he said. He said he hadn't found the woman for him to marry. He did say that, Mary. I don't know the tea about Dave was chosen to be Dnisha's son's father. I think maybe someone feels Dave got a deep, dark secret. I think his secret might be Melissa. But if he wanted Melissa, she would have been with him. I had somebody that some new person commented that Amber was in Melissa's way. And I just politely put, you mean after 10 years and other girlfriends, but now Amber's in his way, in Melissa's way? That kind of doesn't make sense, right? I mean, it just really doesn't. After 10 years, but you want to blame Amber. I don't know. I mostly eat anti-inflammation drinks, fruits, foods, and vegetables. I want to know Lauren's backstory to understand why she is the way she is about men and money with no feelings. I wonder if something happened to Lauren. And then her mom has that really heavy accent. Is she from the DR maybe? Her mom? Maybe she was really poor. I don't know. But something's wrong with Lauren. And then Nature says, I know Dave is not perfect, but thus far, I like how he presents himself. So do I. He looks professional. Plus, I want to see him happy with Amber. I thought it might have been Michelle, but then I looked at Michelle and I thought, I don't think it's Michelle. Michelle got told off because, Danielle had to confess to Ben, and then they had to turn everything around and throw Michelle under the bus, because that's what they do. Hi, Hemi girl. Welcome in, darling. Mary, Dave said he hasn't seen the woman he wants. He was hinting that he hasn't seen a woman until he met her. And then he did ask Amber, would I meet in Amber in a bar? And Amber said, no, you wouldn't. And he said something cute like, that's, why you're here, because I know I wouldn't. Something like that. So yes, Hemi, that's true. Juanita says, I don't think it's Dave. Girl, if they throw spaghetti upside the wall and it's green, they'll believe it. Oh my goodness. But Anthony, somebody, what's wrong with that guy? Is he just in denial that he's getting divorced? Is he in denial? I'm over the skits already. Well, Dnisha has already showed part of her card hand, because when he said, I'll take care of you after a little while and you won't have to be a receptionist, did you see that look she gave him? In other words, I can tell you what I need. Just like she told Karis, I am who I need to be. That's what Denisha's motto is. She is who she needs to be at that time. So just like he's a chameleon, so is she. But I only say that because she has said that. And she's a dancer, and he likes that. So is she going to play Anthony? Yeah. Does she fall in love with him? She might. For how long, though? Until she gets tired of his foolishness and his dorkiness. Let's see. Somehow they're going to keep them together. Were they any good together today? Anthony and Dnisha, were they any good today? I think with some of the stories having not such a happy ending, that it may lead to anyone think it will go bad eventually. Some others may have their hypothesis about Dave. We need some good men in these skits. Yeah, I kind of put that out there in the Baby David skit about how Anthony denied her David, and her and Shayla caused her to lose the first baby. And that's why the Baby David story is so powerful, because after all that, he told this girl no. Now, we do remember the marriage was toxic and all that. We get that. But I don't know. I honestly think her getting Baby David would have been a good idea. And then he could have went on over there with Shayla, and Amber would have had her baby. And she probably would have divorced Anthony before now. That's just kind of what I think, because he hasn't even stopped yet. The only reason he stopped is because Amon's not around. I mean, Amon's around. Did you all see Anthony's face as Dnisha told him about the father of Kai? And at the end as well. Now, what happened, Nature? He better be careful how he is trying to be out there for both Dnisha and the son. Hi, Miss T. You know, you got to be careful messing with other men's babies. Even when the other men, the baby fathers, don't come around. When they do, they still think they own these women. Miss T, what's happening? What? She said, oh my God, congratulations. What was that? Oh, that was paper. Yeah, Miss T, can you believe that? So now I got to get my other likes up. It's like, okay, that one's way up here, but the other ones are down here, you know. I think it was just my camera, honestly. Because I know Wayne had 96,000. But I'm trying to like be quiet so nobody will see it and then say copyright on me, and then they'll take my video away. They can do that. They sure can. I have 308,000 subscribers. Why is there? I see a fruit net, but I don't eat fruit in here. Maybe I need to just wipe down my computer area. 308,000 subscribers. Look at you, Nonya. Kudos. Thanks, Diamond. Thank you, Miss T. Yeah, I think the one that hit 1 million, I think it was the camera angle. And I think like I probably zoomed in more than the other video did. So I think it was clearer. And then when she threw the wig out, it captured it. And I think it was just a camera thing. You know, I really do. I mean, I didn't do anything special. I mean, it's the same one, but I think maybe it's timing on the camera. But thank you all. I mean, I'm really shocked. I am. I'm like, it's doing what now? And Gwen would keep me posted. Gwen Eves would keep me posted. And I'm like, wait, what? And then when I saw it get to 112,000, because it was like 50,000 or something. Next thing I knew, it was at 112,000. And I was like, but then when I looked at mine and then I looked at KW's, I could see the difference in the filming. Like the picture camera, I could see that it was a little different. So maybe that was it. I don't know. Hemi Girl says it's like they put the brakes on Dave and Amber. They did. We went from seeing them once, maybe. I think they're getting ready for the party, maybe. And then they're probably having Dave practice too, because Dave's not a natural actor, right? And if he's really Amber's boo thing, he's not an actor. He's an ex-basketball player. So maybe they're working on that part too. Children attach so easily, especially if the person is good to them. So true, Nature. And Ant may see himself in this little boy because of his own story with his father. And then Nature also, who was it that mentioned his mom died when he was 13? And that's how old her Kai is. He's 13. So I don't remember him saying he was 13, but I can't remember everything. I just remember he just said he was young, right? And then Coco is not that much older than Anthony. So she wasn't that old either, trying to raise Anthony. She's not that much older. Maybe what, 10 years, 12 years older? So, but yeah, whatever's going on. No, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, Dolly is back. Dolly, did you see your wrench? Did you see what it said? Dolly, Dolly. Did you see what your wrench said, Dolly? There should be a message, but you got your wrench back. Nature says, hi, Hemi Girl and Miss T. Hemi Girl and Miss T are in the house. I'm so glad. And my sisters from another mother, and boy, they give me heck. Not Hemi, but Miss T. That's my other girl, though. That's my baby girl. Hemi Girl is my baby girl. Hemi Girl doesn't comment on anything, so it is truly a pleasure to have her commenting for me on stuff. Because Hemi Girl just be like, I have nothing to say. And then Miss T is my girl because she's like a sister, because we can agree to disagree or meet in the middle, or we can even change each other's minds. And I like that because they're tough and I like it. And keep me focused. You guys did a great job keeping me focused on Friday after that video that I put up with the music. It's back on now. Oh, you're welcome, Dolly. I mean, I know what happened to it, but I couldn't change it back, right? So it's not like I took it off on purpose. I just like messed up something that I was changing, and I hit the save button, but I didn't make sure your name was highlighted. So that's what happened. So I had to go search for a comment. So I'm glad it's back on. That's good. Okay, hear me, girl. Hey, Gwen. Gwen Eves there, speaking to you, my dear. Carla, I behaved. I didn't do what I said. I didn't get a chance to make the video again, but it'll take me all of 10 minutes. And maybe it's too late, but I can still put it out. I did just put out a video on the final meeting where Tamara decides she's going to announce that she's resigning. There's so much. And the thing about the podcast, until something like really good happens, things like this that are kind of flat, it's a little more difficult to do reviews on. Like other ones, I can laugh and giggle and, just, do a skit that's really, really interesting. But when they don't have a lot of pizzazz or happenings in them, it's a little harder to write the reviews. I don't think Dave is Dnisha's father either. Yeah, they just want Dave to be a bad person. They know that Wayne's World listens, so they want to just put it in there. Nature says, yes, they will shut down and depend on the child. With adult children, they will listen, but to some extent. Tamara is grown as much as her stepfather wants to be there for her. It will embarrass her. That's true. And I think as parents, we really do have to make note that we cannot force our grown children to do anything. Just like Brooke, she's going to need to bump her head before anything slows her little tail down. Because you were 17 yesterday, you're 18 today. What has changed in the world? Nothing. Nothing's changed. You just turn one day older. Miss T says, if Tamara is mad at Lauren and can't work with her, she should understand why Amber kicked her out of her house that time for buddying up with Shayla after what she did to Amber. And she even after they were at Wayne's house and Amber got into it with Darren, and then Lisa sided with Amber, Tamara also sided with Amber. So, but then after that, she was back on the Shayla train, right? But the thing for me is, I know some people will side with a baby mama woman, I guess, right? But because if you mess with that lady's husband, what make you think what would make me think you might not try to mess with mine? Or a boyfriend, even not even a husband, a boyfriend. You'd be amazed that he'll try to talk to your man or your woman. I mean, really amazed. Like, what? And a brother-in-law. So the thing is, I feel bad for Tamara because she's green, but she didn't understand the game. And I do wish that Wayne had explained to her what it meant to be in his world. Because when he love bombed her with that date, everything was all about Wayne. That right there should have been a red flag. He didn't ask one question about Tamara. Like, he had no interest in her life. He only knew she had a studio and a couple of things, but he didn't ask her anything. So that should have showed her he really wasn't interested in like what she had going. Am I wrong here? Because he didn't ask her anything about herself. And the fact that Amber kicked her out of her house that time and her buddying up with Shayla. Miss T, do you remember when she moved in there and we were on O'Neill TV and we were like, why is Tamara over at Shayla's house? Do you remember that, Miss T? Because I know I was on one. I was like, what is she doing at Shayla's? What was she doing over there? Artie says, I agree. Tamara has a soft heart. Reminds me of myself. Sometimes too loyal. Hopefully she leaves Shayla's house. I hope she gets out of Shayla's house. Why did she even move there? She can afford an apartment. Go get a job. Go get some more people in your studio. I mean, you got to learn to stand 10 toes down. But I can see her having a broken heart because she honestly, I think Tamara doesn't really understand why Wayne broke up with her because he did make up a lie. Wayne broke up with her because Wayne thought Amber was going to be available. And we don't say that because, oh, we love Amber or we want Wayne and Amber back together. That's not it. The first thing that man did was ask Amber, who are you dating? When he found out Amber was in an affair, it took him 20 minutes to explain to Tamara why he's married to the game. That was not on his bingo card. It wasn't. And so he figured he can rush out of that, rush over there and talk to Amber. And then when he said, Amber, am I still in that special place in your heart? And Amber said, no. She said, no. And he said, he was like, "You mean that?" And Amber said, "Yeah, I mean it." And he said, "Okay." And then he goes on to say, "I'm adding myself to the podcast because I'm going to ask questions and make sure you tell the truth." Because he's just that doggone nosy. He wants to know who she's with. And that's why I want the party to be before the podcast jumps off. The podcast just doesn't jump off until August. And Juneteenth is this weekend. So maybe they'll have it Juneteenth, or they might even have it July 4th. But just do it before the podcast, because I really want Anthony and Wayne to meet Dave. I do. Because they need some mud in their eye, right? They really do. Tamara still hasn't told Amber or Shayla about Anthony and Dnisha. That's correct. Nope, she hasn't, Betty. Mm-mm. And I did put that in my review. Tamara hasn't told Amber or Shayla about Dnisha because Tamara doesn't want to look bad. And that's what she told Dnisha. It's going to make me look bad. Her, Tamara, it's going to make her look bad. Image is everything for a lot of people. Betty Bush says, Tamara hasn't told them. Artie says, Tamara told Shayla that Wayne hired Dnisha for the secretary position. Wait, what? Tamara told Shayla that Wayne hired. Oh, yeah. But not at the podcast. She didn't say at the podcast, right? I didn't hear him say at the podcast. Artie, did I miss something? Did she tell Shayla at the podcast, or just that he hired her for that receptionist position? Himmy girl, I'd like to know that as well. What did you ask, Himmy girl? Himmy, what did you say? Hi, Carla. I'm looking for your comment, Himmy. Oh, why are they progressing Ant and Dnisha but stalling? Because they know that when they introduce Amber with Dave again, the internet is going to blow up. It's going to explode. They know that. That's why. They always do that. When something that is powerful that's going to jump off, they know the internet's going to explode. They know it. And Wayne knows it. He knows. Let's see. Yeah, they want things to be bad about Dave. There's something wrong with him. We shall see what it is, and it does. And at first, I thought it had to do with Ben and his family, but he doesn't seem like he knows those people. He just knows Melissa based on what Danielle's saying. Nature says yes, they will shut down and depend on the child. Yeah, I read that one. Okay. Yeah. And parents, especially when they come across hard, because if my dad didn't come across hard, but he was saying something and I wasn't feeling his message because I wasn't receiving it, because we receive it the way we want to. So I would automatically get defensive, but he hardly ever said anything to me. But when he did, I listened because my feelings would be hurt. I'd be like, why is my dad mad? So if Tamara is mad at Lauren and can't work with her, she should understand, about Amber. But she's not thinking like that. Plus, she lives with Shayla, and all Shayla cares about is, and you know what? That dress Shayla has on, do you know I have a nightgown like that? Mm-hmm. I have a nightgown just like that. Come on, girl. Some clothes on. Tamara still hasn't told. Wait a minute, did I go backwards or something? I think I went backwards. because Dave is private, everyone says all kinds of things about him. I think he's probably somewhere practicing, him and Amber. I can't stand Lauren. Where's Dan? I agree, and I hope Dan kidnaps Wayne. I mean, if Anthony can kidnap Wayne, why not Dan? Melissa's going to blame any woman that gets in her way. If he wanted her, he would have chosen her by now. Exactly, Nature. It's been 10 years. Like that comment that person just put on there. Remember, Nonya, skits entertainment purposes only. So I was looking at that again today, and then I'm wondering, I'm still out on the comedy and entertainment. However, if the algorithm already knows to send my stuff to comedy, I wonder how much it'll mess up the algorithm if I change it to entertainment. You know what I mean? Because the algorithm seems to know. That's how my video got to all those people. They don't send the video out. They send the people to the channel. So I'm wondering, Carla, if I change it from comedy, will they change the entire setup of people that are directed to my channel? Right? Does that make sense? So that's why I didn't change it today, because I'm thinking, okay, if I got 1 million people to come over here for this skit and it's marked as comedy, and then the ones, but my numbers aren't high enough, so I could try it, for like a week or so and see if entertainment changes my numbers. But like a lot of content creators say, and one guy did look at my channel, he didn't tell me anything except that the numbers are steady. They're steady, and they just need to rise a little bit all the time. And as long as it keeps doing what it's doing, it's going to blow up. And he said, leave it alone. But I like the entertainment purposes only. But again, if I change it, what's the algorithm going to do? Because it right now, it has it built in that Country Wayne is a comedian. And I went and looked at the keywords today, and comedy was highlighted as a keyword. And they won't let us put multiples, just the one. And let's see. Hi, Alexis. Alexis says Tamara has a plan for Lauren, and Tamara will be back on the podcast real soon. I have a feeling that Wayne's not going to let her. I think he's going to convince her not to quit. I will say that. I think he's going to convince Tamara not to quit, but to tell her, grow up and cut out the nonsense. And he's sitting there staring at Amber like, Amber, don't you want to be the lead? Did you guys see him staring at her? It wasn't because he liked her. He wanted her to say, I'll take the lead. Amber was like, don't look at me. Amber said, phooey on that. Amber said, I got things to do. So I think I'm thinking Wayne might convince Tamara not to quit. I think he might. I think he might convince her. I think Dave wants a black queen. He did say that, just like Amber wants a black king, kind of the reverse of Victor. He said he was waiting for his black queen. Nature says, ridiculous what Ben and Danielle are up to with each other and Michelle. Danielle will throw anybody under the bus if it has to do with keeping Dan happy. But folks got to remember, sometimes it be that way with certain people. And I don't mean race, culture, all that. I don't mean that. I just mean certain people are that way. They want their husbands, and they'll throw anybody under the bus. So Angela says, what about all of them other women Dave was with? How come Melissa never revealed her 10-year affair? We don't know if she did or not, Angela. And the thing is, you know what I question, Angela? What if she chased those women off? like Dave's unavailable, Dave's, in a meeting, anything she could do to chase him off, except the girl from Arizona, because that girl is still calling. But that girl might know something about Melissa, like Melissa's blocking the calls because, I'm sorry, the other girls didn't work out for some reason. And he also said he's built his empire, so now it's time for his queen. I don't even want to guess what kind of dirt they're going to make it, and let it not be Denisha's baby daddy. And agree, Artie. Like Tamara, sometimes we can be too loyal. Yep, to people who don't appreciate it and have set boundaries. True. True, Dolly. Okay, Carla says Anthony is in denial. Carla, I agree. Anthony's in denial. And then Nature says it seems like Danielle is going to keep going with what she's up to with Ben, but using this to throw Ben off the path because she did look at Michelle and give her that look like, And then remember in the beginning, she told Danielle, Nonya, Betty said, Nonya, will you please call Dan and tell him to come get Lauren? I'll try to look him up because he needs to come get Lauren. That girl is weird. Something wrong with Lauren. I'd like to know her backstory too. But yeah, loyalty doesn't always have privilege. These skits are boring. They are boring. And it's back. You're welcome, Dolly. Okay, Nature. I'm going to try to go faster to catch up with you guys. Nature, right. I noticed that too. Danielle is Ben's puppet. No one. And the fact that she feels she has to tell him everything. That's the scary part. But the good thing is at least she told Amber. Even though Amber didn't ask, she told her, Anthony's hiding his money from you. I understand why Dnisha is guarded with men and also vulnerable around them as well. She is forgiving of her son's father. It was good understanding of her, but Aunt seemed cautious in a way. Anthony doesn't like confrontation. That's for one, Nature. I mean, I don't know what else. I didn't get to see the skit yet. So I would like to see it because she's very guarded and she comes across very shrewd. I mean, I could be totally wrong about her personality, but she's kind of she gives tough to me, but maybe she's not. But I still think she's going to be a part of Anthony's karma. Just because she's the way she is, it doesn't seem like she'll bend to his every whim, Gwen says, please join Nonya Monday through Friday. One Journey, are you still here? Did you want to come up before it's your bedtime? One Journey, are you here, darling? Monday through Friday, I'm on, and I'm just going to say East Coast, 12:15, and then Monday through Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. So just mark your clock backwards accordingly. Okay. And then let's see. Marion says, Dave is single and successful and eligible. Should he not date or entertain women? He said he doesn't have random women in his home. Amber is there because he wants her there. And then please hit the like button. Everybody, please hit the like button. Nature says, I think Dnisha doesn't trust Ben because of her relationship with her son's father. Artie says, Dolly, I agree. Hopefully Tamara moves on from all of them. I think that would be the best thing for Tamara to do. I mean, what's the point of her staying there? Like, other than, if it were just a regular podcast, that would be fine. But she kind of doesn't have any secrets to share. Well, she has Dnisha. Yes, exactly, Nonya. Nature says, because the birth fathers feel they have a rightful place. They do. They think women belong to them forever. I asked my brothers that too, and they said, yeah, they just think that way. My brothers are funny. They just answer us And they keep going. They're non-apologetic. So her son's father could pop up while she's courting Anthony. Mm-hmm. Yes, he's been in and out of both her and the son's life. Yeah, my brothers, I have 4 of them. We ask them questions. They just give us the answer. Hi, Willie. Hi, Willie. They just tell us the answer and they just keep going. So you have to kind of catch up with them and say, well, why? Because we're female. We don't know why you guys think. What are you doing? And they'll answer, but all 4 of my brothers are different. Let's see, Diamond. Hi, Diamond. Welcome in. Miss T, I too was very disappointed and frustrated to see how Tamara gravitated to Shayla with her and set with her loyalties. I had hopes that she and Amber would have become friends. I think that was probably too obvious because we were really upset last year. I know I was. It was like it made no sense why they would put Tamara with Shayla, but I guess they had the storyline already mapped out. And so no one can sleep at the mansion no more because Amber and Anthony are both sleeping out. Right. I just finished smacking on some cotton candy grapes. I want some of that food on that screen. And then Miss T gives a lot of hearts. Hi, Dolly. I hope the hearts are for me, Miss T. I don't know. I'll take one though. And then thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. Dolly says, hi, Marion. And oh, Willie got cotton candy. They have cotton candy grapes on the table? I never had a cotton candy grape. What is that? It has cotton candy around the grape? Is that what cotton candy grape is? Hemi Girl says, what makes me frustrated is Anthony gets his little makeshift complete family with Dnisha and her son and Anthony and Lil Kai. What does Amber get? Nothing. Yep. And I'm sick of him having her as the losing heroine. It's like, he's got a point behind it, but what's his point? That she's like one of the most beautiful girls or something and she can't get a man? Is that the problem? What's the point of doing that to Amber? He could have picked anybody in those skits, but he picked that lady. And I'm just wondering why. Like, what is it about her that would make you want the court of opinion to be against her? What is it? Even Anthony. Amber doesn't even know Anthony's running around telling men, oh, she slept with Wayne. He didn't talk about Shayla, except to Ben and Wayne. And Marion says, Angela, I asked that a few lives ago. No one sleeps at the Dalton Mansion anymore. They're not going to show David, Anthony, and Amber, I don't think, for a minute. They might show them later this week. Sorry. Let's see. Hemi Girl says, once again, Amber gets nothing in these skits and Anthony gets everything. But you know what? It's going to come tumbling on his head. So I'm just going to be patient because he's going to get his. And when he gets it, it's going to be a sock full of coal. I think they are going to give her a win. I do too, Miss T. I think so. Man, how much can a woman take, right? And then all they want to do is show her, well, she's with this guy and she's with that guy. Okay, well, what about everything in the middle? It doesn't matter. Hi, Hope. Since they want to come up with despicable analogies, how about this one? What if Anthony's dad is the father of Denisha's son? Ouch. Is he still alive, Hope? Ooh. Because the little boy do kind of resemble Anthony. Ooh. Willie Walker says, my daughter and grandson loves those cotton candy grapes. I like the regular seeded grapes. What is it, wrapped in cotton candy? Is that what it is? I never heard of them before. I like green grapes. I don't know why. I always like green grapes. Who cares about who Denisha's dad is? Mary said, we don't care. Angela says, true, Mary, and wonder if they're about to mess up Dave and Amber. I don't think they are. Not yet. No, I don't think so. But I know Dave and Amber need to have that conversation. They both have a secret they need to tell. Miss T says, when I see Lauren, I see someone that used to be a good person. I do too. And she was madly in love with someone and they hurt her really bad. And didn't she say something about that, Miss T? Like when she first came, where were they? In Africa? Is that when they were in Africa? When she said something about, I don't know. You said put a clown on Danielle's face? I can do that, Carla. Let me write it down. I can give her a clown. Okay. Now I have my list of things to do. If I forget, you guys have to remind me. Because look, my list is full. See that? It's full. You'd be amazed at how much stuff pops up doing this. But I will try, yeah, to give her a clown face. And then Miss T said, when I see Lauren, yeah, I think somebody did hurt her badly. She's so lacking in feminine qualities, which I find quite interesting. She's very cut and dry like a librarian, you know, and I wonder if that's how she's always been. And then Nature says, Miss Forney, yes, he does, because he can't forget about his own son. When's the last time he saw Kai? Then he will be repeating the cycle if he does. Mamie! Mommy's in the house. Girl, what's happening? I'm glad you came over today. Mommy, this is our wine down. And we just like chill out in here. We got a wine spread for you. We got snacks. So we come in here to wind down when the day is rough. So we do it every night. We talk about skits, food, wine, relationships. We just try to calm down from the skits. Now, if there's some good skits on, we will talk about them. I don't put them in my feed anymore because of all the copyrights, all these copyright notices going out about their film. And believe me, Mamie, it's hard to get that film out. When you put it in a video, girl, if you guys think I'm kidding, it takes you a good 4 to 6 hours for it to erase it. Mommy, thank you for coming in. Mamie girl. Okay, Dolly says, isn't Dnisha from Miami? Yeah, Denisha's from Miami. The son's father is from Miami too. Yeah, all of the I hate to call them BBL crew, but they're all from Miami. So, Mamie, you want to come up? Do you want to come up on stage? I can send you a link, Mamie, if you want to come up. Just let me know. Just put it in the chat. Where did One Journey go? Did she go to sleep? One Journey, are you asleep? One Journey, wake up, wake up, wake up. You are right, Nonya. Wayne is for Wayne. Wayne completely love bombed her. Yes, he did. And he said, right, you won't meet Amber. Who said you won't meet Amber? Who said you won't meet Amber? Maybe you can come up if you want to. You can even turn the camera off. That's fine. I'm always trying to get somebody to come up here with me and they won't come. Miss T, you can come. Yeah, Miss T's good. She's good with it. But you guys are more than welcome to come up here anytime you want to. I will send you, I put the link in the chat and just grab the link, just click on it and come up. I'm always trying to get somebody to come with me, but my sisters don't want to come. They act like they bashful. And y'all not bashful. They be misbehaving, Mamie. We be in here cutting up some days. We don't bash people and all that stuff, though. We try to keep the blood pressure down, at a manageable level. That's what we try to do. I talk a lot, but I like to read the comments, and then we'll try to address the comments as they come. Otherwise, we're going to skip people's comments. That's why I do it this way. But I'm going to try to introduce something hopefully next week, and I hope people will like it. I think they will. Keisha told Shayla Dnisha is going to be the receptionist for the podcast. Wait, what? She told Shayla Dnisha is going to be the receptionist for the podcast. Oh yeah, but she didn't tell her about Anthony. I wonder if Tamara will care about Dnisha now that she's quit. Hey, Ahmez, what's happening? How was work today? That's a good question, Mommy. I wonder if Tamara will care about Dnisha now that she's quit. But you know what? Maybe Wayne won't let her quit. You know what I mean? Maybe he wants Tamara on the panel. In spite of Wayne being Wayne, Wayne plays too many games with women. Amber knows how Wayne plays game with women. That time has passed for Amber. Now he's sitting there looking at Amber like, Amber, you want to come lead this group? Amber looking at him, looking like, don't look at me. I don't want nothing to do with it. Ahmez, I'm glad you're here. I hope you didn't work too hard. And you are back at work today, right? You are back. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's free. Hey, Mommy, Mamie, I have a short that hit 1 million views, girl. I'm like, whoa, what happened now? I'm in total shock. But Mamie, if you want to come up, please let me know. Anybody, Miss T. And I know you guys aren't afraid, so don't play, okay? Don't be playing like y'all scared, because y'all ain't scared. Y'all ain't scared. I know you're not scared. I haven't seen you up there. But please do. If you ever want to come up, I will bring you up, okay? I mean, I like when people come up, especially the audience, and you guys are smart. I like that. Always stand by her man, Danielle. Yeah, that's going to just wait till she finds out about Abigail. I'm hoping Abigail goes to the entrepreneurs party. I am. But I don't think he's going to take Danielle or, let's see, Anthony and Dnisha. So they're going to have to find a way to get a +1 each. Anthony and Ben, right? They're going to have to get away. Well, Abigail would actually be a member because she's an entrepreneur. So she can get in on her own. Dnisha told Anthony in the skit tonight that her son's father was beating and cheating on her. Oh, gosh. That's awful. Let's see. I believe Amber will get Tamara to stay. I think she will, too. Somebody's going to get her to stay on the podcast. They do deserve each other, Dolly. And Marion says, Nature Dnisha will tell Aunt her son's father was beating on her. And then when he's gone, ring back from Amber. He repeated what Dnisha told him. He was a good man. He going to forget and leave that ring on his finger one day, and Dnisha going to go off. Marion, it's good. I think Anthony shouldn't be messing with anyone until he closed the door. Absolutely. Lauren's a big snake. Lauren's boring. She fits Dan very well. They're both boring people. They're both boring. Okay, let me go faster. Nonya throwing that raggedy wig out the window is still hilarious. That's funny. And then grape is a cotton candy flavor. Oh, I see. Okay. Dolly, you got your handle back? Yes, she did. Unfortunately, AD is a cheater and VA. What's a VA? Dolly, what's a VA? Victim advocate? What's a VA? The cotton candy grapes, it being seasoned. Okay, got it. Now Anthony has 2 families. Yep, affair number 1 and affair number 2. Nonya, they have the flavor candy. Okay, in the green. Oh, got it. I was thinking it was grapes coated in cotton candy or something. I wasn't thinking about the candy itself. All right, let's go. Let me see what else I have. Mary says Amber and Dave are going to be a powerful couple in Skitland. Someone called both Ben and Danielle a snake. I saw someone call Danielle a snake, but I think they just both are. Because one thing about Ben, we know anything you tell him, he's going to go tell Anthony. And he's going to tell you that's what he did. So they should know Ben's going to tell it. And that's just the bottom line. He's going to tell Anthony. Anthony will start cheating on her with Shayla because he's going to start missing his son. But Amon's due back home. I think Amon's on his way back home. So, because the games are over. So he's just going to do some wrap-ups, and then he'll be back. And I think that's who Shayla was talking to on the phone today. If it's in him, he had to cheat, and he will start making up excuses to be away. And I'm thinking Amon's going to be back. Yeah. Wayne is trash. Anthony is trash. Nancy, I agree. Lies, lies, lies. Nature says absolutely he will start cheating again. I'm just going through these comments so I can get... Okay, I got past the new ones. Okay, Anthony can't help but to lie and manipulate. I was so glad when Amber gave him the rings back. And I remember the song I put on that one, but I had to pull it because actually I got cited for it because it was 1 second over a minute. So I had to pull it. And it was either pull it and remake it or pull it and don't put it back. And trying to remake a short sometimes can take about 20 minutes. And since I'm on the West Coast, I'm 3 hours behind you guys already. So when I wake up running so I can catch up with the skits. But I think you guys know that. Because I don't want to be too far behind. And then I have the tea at 9 my time, which is 12 your time. So I wake up and do everything I need to do really, really fast. And Ben is trash. Speaking of Ben and Danielle, there's a new skit. Is somebody going to look at the skit? Oh, they're out of order. The skits are out of order. What's the skit about, Nature? Can you let me know? So, Mamie, how are you? What's going on? My girl, Miss T, is here in the house. Keisha's in the house. Hemi Girl's in the house. And everybody else that I know. I miss you guys a lot. I really do. But trying to man this channel, it is no easy joke. It's no easy joke. Are you guys still with me? Let's see. Nancy, Ben, and Danielle skit garbage. We know, Nancy, you don't like them. Did you do any scratch-offs this week yet, Nancy? Nancy B? Good evening, Antoinette. Nancy B, did you do any scratches? Any scratch-offs? Nature says, okay, I'm going to look at it. The title states Ben and Danielle have a tough conversation about trust. If she trusts that man again, and see if he tells her that he gave her more money for her hair business, if he wants to talk about trust. He's very good at gaslighting Danielle. And where's Crazy Melissa anyway? All late night skits are trash. Did you guys see Kiki? Kiki finally got broken down. Did anybody see Kiki? And that's one I will kind of watch because I like to see how far they're letting Kiki get away with her nonsense. My mom was firmer than my dad, who was laid back. That's me, Dolly. Alexis says Tamara has a plan for Lauren, and Tamara will be back on the podcast. I think Tamara is going to get back on the podcast, whether it's through Amber helping or through Wayne. Kiki was, you guys know how bad Kiki is, right? So she's been running her parents like she's the mom or the dad or whatever. But you know what? When she broke down and cried today, I didn't feel sorry for Kiki with her little bad butt. I didn't feel sorry for Kiki one bit. Alexis, she might call her dad. Oh, Gwen, if she does that, she ain't coming back to the podcast. If she calls her dad. But Kiki was crying today. So if anybody watches Kiki, um, I saw is that the same one that was on today? Wayne is Agent of Chaos. That's what Wayne is. Wayne is an Agent of Chaos. Because it's her boot camp. And that's where he should have sent her back to boot camp. So she was crying because hi Dana. She was crying because the mom told her that her daughter cannot come over Kiki's house anymore. And Kiki locked the girl in the closet. And then somebody said she drew on the girl. Now, we didn't see that skit, but did they make a blooper there? Because she put the girl in the closet. But she put the girl in the closet and the girl was crying. She was scared. And that mom went off on Kiki. And Terry's, oh, you have to be nice to her, blah, 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 blah. All that nonsense, right? And you think Kiki was faking it? Me too. But the mom was not buying it. And she kept trying to touch the little girl. I'm telling you, she reminds me of that little girl on the bad seed. That little bad girl that got rid of the incinerator guy and the other guy, the maintenance guy. You know, the bad seed, that old movie with the little blonde that was bad, the little psychopath. Danielle says that he stops lying and she'll start snooping. No, you know what Danielle needs to do, Nature? Danielle needs to get in his backpack. That's where his secrets are. They're not in that office. They're in the backpack. No, she drew on the girl's face and on Terry's face, Denise. Because I think, what was it, Saturday? Steffi, you leaving? Or are you just coming back? Remember she locked the little girl in the closet when she did the truth and dare with her? That's the same little girl, right? She locked her in the closet, and then Terry made her get her out of the closet. Yeah, Stephanie Martin, hey girl. What's up, sis? The bad seed was a mess. That little girl scared me. I mean, I was little, but she was something else. Yeah, the night skits are boring. But Kiki was crying, but she kept trying to touch the girl. And the mom was like, don't touch my girl. Don't touch my daughter. And Kiki is just, okay, Steffi. I kind of thought that's what you meant. Kiki, well, you know how it started. You guys remember how Kiki started acting like that? Is that Sydney? Yeah, Sydney. Well, didn't Sydney tell Kiki to act that way? God, my makeup, my eyes look bad. This light in here is horrible. I'm going back in the living, that den room up there, Angela Atkinson. This light is horrible in here. Oh no, there was another little girl. So it wasn't Shy. Isn't her name Shy? It was the other little girl. Okay. And Alexis, I'm hoping Dan is Wayne's karma. Yeah, Kiki is. But Terry just enables her. She needs to go to boot camp. She needs to go somewhere. Facebook says Amber and Tamara should leave the snakes on the podcast. And like, honestly, I don't think Amber has anything to get out of the podcast. I know what she wants, but is it worth your mental? Really? Are those girls worth? Is Shayla worth it? Does Amber really need to know if she's moving on? Yeah, Libby done lost her doggone mind. Libby be doing too much. I'd rather have Genesis than Libby. Libby irritates my spirit. And that Bethany entitlement, Libby, give it a rest. She did that mess with Wayne. It didn't work then. It's not going to work now. Yeah, Libby's nuts. So I think that between Kiki, they're all crazy. I'd rather have Genesis, honestly. I'd rather have Genesis to deal with. Yeah, Genesis is JMO real? Mm-hmm. Amber needs to get off the podcast. Amber has nothing to lose. That's just Wayne wanting to make money off of Amber's story and her pain. But Amber wants to be next to the powerhouse. Well, she's got a powerhouse now. So she doesn't need them for anything. She doesn't need them. Oh, that's JMO's real sister. You know, that girl has a pretty face. When you look at Genesis, she got a pretty face. Yeah, Libby's ill. She hit her face on that sink. She went bam. I had made a short of that, but someone's friend did that to herself in our group. Someone's friend did that. Yeah, she does look pretty. And I took it down. I took the Libby down because I don't want something up there if somebody knows that has happened to somebody they know. I'm not going to put it back up. Yeah, Genesis is to me, she's very pretty. She's got a nice natural look to her, a like normal look, you know. Genesis. Libby's very sick woman. Yeah, she is. And then Dalen skits. Yeah, they're all in the garbage. Dalen skits they're trash. Tamara can act her butt off. Yes, she's good. Nancy B, yes. So I'm gonna add the music back to the video for Baby David. I will put Mariah Carey back on there. And I'm not listening to it this time, okay? You guys can listen to it. Dalen is just kind of soft because maybe Regina was, yeah, Libby crazy. Maybe Regina was just overbearing. And let's see. Gwen says Facebook is not rocking with Alicia, Lauren, and Shayla on the podcast. I mean, Amber doesn't really need to be on there. Tamara knows one secret, you know. But if Amber's going to move on, does she need closure about Baby Kai? Like, does she really need that? For what? Just move on. But then I guess it wouldn't be a storyline if there was no Amber, because they're going to use Amber to bust Shayla out. And then everybody's going to find out that Anthony didn't chase Shayla. Shayla chased Anthony. And that's the part people don't know about. People don't know that Shayla was the one that chased Anthony. And Dolly, I can see them catfighting every day on the podcast. It's a hot mess. Hot mess is what it's going to be. Nature says, Angela Atkinson, I do as well. I think Dalen needs to go back and do skits with Anthony. Yeah, I think they're trying to see if he can hold his own storyline. It ain't working. It's not working. Stephanie Martin, what are you up to tonight? Did your band play anywhere this weekend? They should have been taking Lauren off the podcast, not Tamara, because Tamara put in a lot of work. Lauren did nothing. Angela Atkinson, Dolly says his brothers and his girlfriend playing in his face. Yeah. So wait, so I need to add the music back. And I already took care of Dolly's wrench. And you guys want to clown on Danielle's head. And then I need to retape one of my videos that I was trying to erase. Hi, Miss Fatale. Welcome in. How are you? How are you, Miss Fatale? You doing okay? Good to see you. I thought about you today. And then Amber is missing so much information about the things Anthony has said and done with other women. She is lacking so much information. But at this point, why bother? Stephanie says, I hope Wayne puts Tamara back on the podcast. I do too, Stephanie. If not, he's going to put Dnisha on a podcast. And then what's going to happen? Tamara dropped off. So what are they going to do with Tamara if they take her off the podcast? That's what I'm wondering about. Charlatan is back and showed at the pizza. Oh, that girl from Maryland, the one from Maryland is back, but didn't I thought Dalen closed his pizza shop? No, I thought he closed it. I think Dalen can carry a skit. They write nonsense for him. Actually, Dalen said he's writing his own skits right now. And where's Noelle? What happened to her? I have a 3-day. Oh, you have a 3-day revival this week, Miss Faye? Okay. Well, please say a prayer for me. Okay, please. I pray for you guys, not individually, but I pray for you as like a group. And yeah, no, you don't get $10,000 for child support. No, that's the $10,000 he pays her. Shayla just started saying on one other skit that her child support check is $10,000. She's lying through her teeth. Because that ain't what you get. Even if you're rich, like Darren, you don't have to pay no $10,000 for child support. And that's money. Thank you, Miss Faye. That's money you get because the man wants to take care of you. How many black men you know can afford to pay her $10,000 a month? How many? And that's the, let me ask a question. What is satire? I mean, I'm smart, but I don't know every word. What is satire? Let me see. So I was thinking about what the skits were today, and they're satire. Because I kind of thought in the back of my mind, satire is the use of humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize people's stupidity. Or voices, particularly in context of contemporary politics and other topical issues. It could be a play, a novel, and other work. Because that's what I was thinking about today regarding if this should be considered like comedy, drama, entertainment. And then I thought, what about satire? And I meant to look it up. And I just did because I think that's what this is, satire. Oh my God, they've been showing rerun skits. They're dropping skits tonight. They're in recycle mode. So you got Jay and PRE dropping. You got Jay and PRE dropping stuff. That's what it is. It's satire. Okay, anyway. Nature says Dalen needs either a love skit with a good match for him or a mystery type of skit that could involve Natasha and Kendrick as lawyers. Dalen and Keisha skits were hilarious. I miss Keisha. I wonder where she is. I know, what's his name? The pastor. Didn't he interview Keisha? I think he interviewed Keisha. Are you guys ready to go night-night yet? Is it 12 o'clock? But I do plan to have a surprise for you. Hopefully it will be next. No, she's 43. She look at her 30s. YouTube reruns tonight. Yeah, the skits are kind of boring this week. But I wish they were planning the party for now, for this weekend. Keisha's 43. She looks good. She looks real good. Keisha travels a lot for her stand-up. That girl is funny. Thank you, Gwen. Gwen is posting my hours. They messing up these kids because they show Brody and Zachary. They already showed that skit. So they're just running rewinds. Hemi Girl, Jay and Piari uploading the skits tonight. Jay and PRA both been at the bar together. Trey got fired today. For how long, we shall see. And I was trying to remember, and I tried to find a skit, but I couldn't find it. I know when Jay was talking to Rhonda in Miami, Miss Faye, I had a thought for you for your morning tea. What's that, Miss Fatal? What's that? She'll be 44 in September. She looks great. She looks like she's in her 30s. What's that, Miss Fatal, for the morning tea? I mean, I really miss putting videos on there, but the penalty is too much to bear. It really is. It's not worth it. So I don't see how. I mean, I was doing more narrating on my videos than other content creators because I was timing it. And I know I did 3-to-1. Like 3/4 was narrative and the other part was just the video. I mean, and that might not be the problem, but I don't want to take the chance. But if I try to erase it, oh my God, it takes forever. And then you forget all about it. And then I go in and I just delete it. And I don't want to, I mean, in July, I'm going to be extremely active, but the numbers look great right now. And how about Country Wayne? Really, T? No. You want me to give Country Wayne some more credit? It's cute. I like it. How about Country Wayne? Really, T? Ladarian, his nephew, Zash's cousin. No, you know what I want, Miss Faye? You know what I want to do? I actually want something that says they not like us. In other words, it's real life. Basically it's real life versus skit life. Because we have these people around the world watching these things. And they're thinking that's how we are. They're thinking Black America is this way. And we're not. We don't do that. Oh, reality TV? Country Wayne's reality TV. Ooh, my eyes are watering again. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Country Wayne's reality versus real life struggles. He's got all that nonsense on there, but I'm still working on it. But I do want, and that's why I tell you guys some accounts of like my life, because I think I want to have us contrast, not every day, all day about everything, but just contrast some of the things that they put in these skits that, and I mean, some people might do some of this, but as a whole, even though we're not a monolith, it's like, who does this stuff? I know Atlanta is wild and guys jump from county to county getting girlfriends, but some of this stuff is just ridiculous. I mean, I get secondhand embarrassment when people actually, I get a comment, why are you guys like that? The hell are you talking about? Why are we like that? We're not like that. But this is what these people are starting. But I know that Wayne had to expand his audience, and we know how he expanded it. We know. Gwen, I was against the cousin's friend letting Zachary meet Sonny's cousin. He is cute. You're not talking about Chad, right? I was against the cousin's friend that Zash meet. Oh, Ladarian, you mean? Did Ladarian like Zachary? I'm so glad you said that because it's so important that we're being betrayed in a better light. Angela, yes, Chad would have been a great match for Zachary. And we were saying that too. Where's Chad? But Chad's doing something else in real life. I heard somebody said something about Chad. Delicia is not going to be friends with Lauren. I think Delicia is going to navigate toward Amber. Just keep her away from Dave. Because we need to find out the backstory on Dave anyway. Hey, Dave. Gwen and Dolly, I hope they drop this guy. That Ladarian guy. Wait, isn't Ladarian Brody's nephew, though? Are you guys talking about? Oh, his friend likes Ashery. Okay. Yes, Chad's cousin would have been a better fit for Zashri. I agree. Lauren is past selfish. She's slow too. Well, she's not slow. She's deliberate. Whoa. Oh, I think my light goes out when it gets hot. It must. I think it goes off when it gets hot. Yeah, Lauren is. And you know what? Even though her and Dan's storylines. Oh, what happened? Ooh, did my light blow out? I think it did. I think my light blew out unless I accidentally unplugged it. I don't know. You guys can still see. Oh, there it goes. Ooh, right. I'm going to be red. I'll be red. Okay. Next skit, Brody apologizes to Zachary. Lauren is calculated and diabolical. She is diabolical. Something's wrong with that girl. I watch all the late night skits in the morning. So what is... Dan's going to get a hold of her and she ain't going to get away pretty soon. They need to portray people in a better light. And that's why I really do want us to like kind of address it when we can, that they're not like us. They're not like us, okay? Lauren is very slow. She's methodical. Dan is slow and he's methodical. He's slow and he's smart, though. When she told her friend that she's going to try for Mr. Big again, she told her no. She's just started. She can't help it. I mean, what's wrong with people like her? What is that? Just greedy? What is that? Stephanie, you know people. What kind of person is she? She's calculated and diabolical. So she can't just let it go. I mean, she's addicted to Chanel, for one, right? But she'll take anything she can get her hands on. You guys ready to call it a night? It looks like 29 people are still here. You guys want to call it a night? The bad seed. See, another bad seed. For me, Lauren is just greedy. It's like she can't say no. And she wants more and more and more and more. Hear me? I wrote a long complaint on Facebook, KW page, that we're all over the Daltons cheating on each other. Thank you, Hemi girl, because we are over it. We don't want to see another Angelina and Brody where they're just constantly cheating on each other. Nobody wants to see that. It's not what we do. Remember the guy that came in here was a street poet? No, this wasn't street. Was that street poet? The guy who said, yeah, the crime of passion, that was street poet, right? That troll talking about you can do that. She's a glutton for punishment. I'm waiting for Dan to snatch her up, actually, because she keeps playing with that man. And he told her when he gave her that $40,000, she's been signed, sealed, and delivered. Gwen, I saw a little bit of Angelina. The guy's blackmailing her. Better leave Angelina alone before he come up missing. He'll come up missing. Okay, good night, guys. Okay, Angela Atkinson, see you tomorrow. And Michelle Barnes, Lauren is the queen of bottom feeders, and Shayla's the princess. Lauren is greedy for money. Tamara's going to call Dan real soon next week, Alexis. And Lauren is just manipulative to the point where she thinks she's winning when she's really losing. It's like she can't tell the difference. And she thinks she's so cute that anything she does is okay. You need to wrap that ponytail up for Stamir, snatch it off. Yeah, she thinks she's winning when she's really losing. She'll always be alone because no man really wants a woman like her. Nope. She'll be old and lonely. And then Nancy B says, Rosie A, Lauren's mom, Delicia, and her friend Stephanie continue to tell her to stop. It's like an addiction. Brody's apologize. So why is Brody apologizing to Zachary? Does Zachary not want to meet that guy? Is that it? Shayla had no problem saying that child support is everything. Like it's Anthony, like it's an alimony check. Yeah, I know, Michelle. And she said that last week, that it was an alimony check. I mean, child support check. And you know why? Because people are not aware. So she can say anything she wants to and get away with it. I wonder if they think, is the audience going to pick up on the fact that they're calling it child support? Because that ain't child support. That's just taking care of your baby mama. Call him, Nancy. That's just taking care of your baby mama. And how many black dudes out here can pay their light bill and then pay you $300 a month for child support? So I know that it's satirical, and but he's over the top in all the negative ways. Yeah, Dan will get her, that's for sure. In all the negative ways, Wayne is over the top. And they just sent Sade away again and all that nonsense. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to let you go because I know it's past midnight. Zachary is upset with her dad because he reacted to date that old guy. Oh, she's still mad about that? About the barracuda looking man? And Lauren is manipulating Delicia and Wayne like she does Dan. I think my PG&E is not happy with me. Preach, sis. Hi, Min Yolanda. Anthony's praying for $10,000 a month in child support is laughable. He never even went to court for child support, and he knows it. So he should just stop. He should really just stop. Remember, he didn't go to court for it. Rome does need therapy. Good night, Artie. I'm going to check out also. Anthony is lost. He is. But you know what? I ain't got nothing coming. Anthony has nothing coming from me. Yes, she's still very mad. Okay. Min says, Iman pays Tayana $8,000 for 2 children. He's way richer, right? And then he went to court to have it reduced from whatever it was before, and they reduced it to the $8,000. Keisha has a YouTube channel. Oh, she does? Called Keys to the City. Okay, that's good to know. Anthony's soul is lost, yeah. And I say Anthony's a con man also. That's why he's going back to play the stock markets. Okay, everybody, let's say good night. You guys get some rest. I know it's late there, and I have some things that I'm going to wrap up, and I'm not staying up late tonight. I'm going to bed at no later than 11 o'clock. Thank you, Nonya, for always being a gracious host. I hope I have a special treat for you next week. I think you guys will like it. I hope. It's a surprise, so that's all I could say. And Thank you, Gwen, for everything you do. And Dolly, thank you. 3829. Okay. So at least they're watching, right? I think they're going to put the Daltons back together. They recycled Dnisha and Anthony's story like Shayla and Anthony, and we're not feeling it. I mean, we're over it. We really are over. I think I'm over it. It's like, how many times can you recycle these people's marriage? Okay, everybody. Good night. Good night, nature. Good night, Dolly. Bring Dan on. Yeah, bring Dan. Let's get this party started. Where's the party? Okay, everybody. Good night. Good night, Stephanie. Martin, good night, lady. Have a great evening. Mamie, thanks for dropping in. Steffi Mac, see you around town, girl. All of you guys, I love you and thank you for coming in. I'll see you at the tea in the morning if you can make it. And maybe I'll do a if something good comes on, I can do my review and then we'll just run it into the chat, because that's what my plan is, to have the skits and let the algorithm catch it. We'll let the algorithm catch it as the review and the follow-up. And hopefully it'll recognize what I'm doing and it'll take it. Okay. Good night, everybody. Good night, Hemi girl. Good night, doll. Okay. Bye, Keisha. Bye, Dolly. Bye, everybody. Good night. Ginger tea. Okay. I'm going to go get these things done. I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone. Talk to you later.